when you were kind of doing that enhancement talent role, like what's the kind of discussions that you have with some of those talents in terms of how much give and take you get?
It really, really was a different time in the wrestling business because back then, what they did was they had all the enhancement talent dress in the hallways. I was a Johnny Rods guy, and when I went up there and they said, "Who broke you in?" I told them Johnny Rods. They, okay, kid, come over here, sit over here. And I remember being in the dressing room with the Nasty Boys and the Warlord and Barbarian, the Legion of Doom, who I wrestled in WWF. Um, and you're sitting there with these giant men.
Yeah.
This is men with men bodies, huge, big men. You're sitting there and you say, man, this is, I'm gonna get my ass kicked in this place, man. But like, but you're talking about the greats of the business
Mm.
assembled in one room. The Ultimate Warrior was there. That's when I met him for the first time. Hulk Hogan was champion. Ric Flair was in the house. The Macho Man was there. Bobby Heenan, Gorilla Monsoon, Arnold Skolin, Tony Garea, Chief Jay Strongbow. You talk about all the greats from the 80s
Yeah.
that were in the 90s, and here I am as a kid, and I'm just, I'm trying to be, grow and learn in the business. You're there on somebody's reputation because you were trained by somebody. And, basically you went in, you did what they asked you to do. And if you sold and took good bumps, they said, I want this kid because he knows how to sell. And back then, squash matches were a premium. But the thing was, I never had a squash match. They always let me get offense. And that's
Mm.
something that I pride myself on because a lot of guys would just get beat up. But I came in and they actually gave me offense, and back then I was
Mm.
doing a German gimmick and I was wrestling the big boss man. And he said, Vito, I want you to go and do your gimmick on TV. And I did the Heil Hitler salute on TV. It was bigger than life. And
Different time, eh?
everybody was shocked. And they says, oh my God, look what he just did. And they kept it on TV.
Wow. Can you imagine that now? Imagine if you did that now and what the backlash would be. Different times.
In Germany, you get thrown in jail for doing that.
Mm.
And a lot of people don't know that. That's like cardinal sin number one. And it's just their customs. Over here, this is the United States of America, but it was still TV. And me still doing a German character the first 8 years